What's good, people? I wanted to come on tonight and talk a little bit about the Washington Redskins hiring Ray Horton as their defensive backs coach. Now, this isn't Horton's first go around with the team, as he was with, I believe they hired him back in '94. I believe it was his first coaching gig in the league after a pretty lengthy career across the back end of the '80s and '90s, I believe. And you see this article here on Redskins.com. They go on to talk about how, his coaching career and where he coached and where he coordinated at. And one thing they don't show is the stats of his teams and how they did versus the pass or versus the run. Now, he is taking over the secondary coaching position. So, in my opinion, that's the best spot for him. I believe in his 6 years of as a coordinator, his teams were in the top 10 with passing yards as far as fewest given up. And his Cardinal defenses were pretty good against the pass, and they got quite a few interceptions. All of his teams had problems stopping the run. Maybe a combination of him and a couple other coaches could be an improvement. The only thing that I view this as negatively is Horton hasn't been in coaching since 2016. I believe he was fired when he was with the Browns. And it's not really a hire for the future. It's kind of just like another guy. It is a guy for them to build on, obviously, but it's not someone. I was viewing Torian Gray as somebody that could maybe be promoted into a defensive coordinator eventually. Obviously, something didn't gel right with the team, maybe with the coaches together. I'm not sure, but something obviously didn't work out right, and that's why things didn't work for Torian Gray in D.C. Of course, he went back to the University of Florida, which is where he was at before he took the job with the Redskins. My opinion, I believe that Gruden brought another guy in who doesn't threaten his job. So if we get through midway through the season, he's not looking at anybody across the sheet that's going to get an interim position and maybe take his job. I know that maybe that's not the popular opinion amongst everybody, but it just looks that way. I think Gruden is heading into a lame duck year, and he doesn't want to hire anybody that might have a higher stature than he does. And at the same time, I think we should view this as a decent hire. I mean, they could have done worse. Horton has experience. He does have good experience when it comes to working with defensive backs. He does have some bad experience in there too, being with the 2016 Browns. But anybody really being with that team is probably not going to have any good experiences. So you got to look at what he actually controlled, not necessarily what the team produced. But that's all I got. Just wanted to come on and touch on this a little bit. Hail to the Redskins. Peace.